The Galactic Council's alarm blared through the halls, a deafening signal that something unprecedented was unfolding. Delegates from countless species filled the grand chamber, their collective anxiety palpable. Above them, a holographic projection displayed a fleet of unfamiliar ships. "Attention, esteemed delegates," boomed Council Leader Zorvok, his voice resonating with authority. "Despite our warnings, the humans have crossed into our quadrant." The room erupted into a cacophony of whispers and concerned murmurs. Humans were notorious in the galaxy for their unpredictable and resilient nature. The Council had always viewed them with a mix of fear and curiosity. In the back of the chamber, a lean, tall figure with piercing blue eyes and a chiseled jawline leaned against the wall, observing the chaos. Lachlan McAllister, a seasoned Australian pilot and strategist, had arrived on his first diplomatic mission. Lachlan's mission was personal. He sought to prove that humans could be allies, not threats. As the commotion continued, Admiral Thrax, a battle-hardened Ketheri with a stern demeanor, stepped forward. "We must act now. If the humans are here, it means they have intentions we cannot ignore." Lachlan pushed himself off the wall and walked to the center of the room, all eyes turning to him. "Admiral Thrax, Council Leader Zorvok, I come in peace. My people seek cooperation, not conflict." Council Leader Zorvok's gaze was scrutinizing. "Your words are appreciated, human, but actions speak louder. Why should we trust you?" Before Lachlan could respond, an alarm sounded again, but this time it was different, more urgent. "Incoming fleet detected," a voice announced over the intercom. "Asleal warships, approaching fast." The council chamber descended into chaos once more. The Asleal, a hybrid species known for their ruthless conquest strategies, had chosen this moment to strike. "We don't have time for debates," Admiral Thrax said, his voice cutting through the noise. "Prepare for battle." The council's fleet scrambled to ready their defenses. Lachlan saw an opportunity. "Admiral, let me lead a squadron. We can outmaneuver them with a flanking maneuver." Thrax hesitated, his eyes narrowing. "You have one chance, human. Don't waste it." Lachlan nodded and sprinted to the hangar. He quickly assembled a diverse team of pilots, their faces a mix of determination and fear. "Stay close and trust the plan," Lachlan said, his voice steady. "We'll show them what humans and our allies are capable of." As they launched into space, the enormity of the Asleal fleet became evident. The sky was a tapestry of laser beams and explosions. Lachlan's voice cut through the chaos over the comms. "Form up on me. We're going in." The squadron weaved through enemy fire, Lachlan's strategic brilliance guiding them through the chaos. He spotted a gap in the Asleal formation. "Now, all units, break left and fire at will." The combined firepower of the squadron struck the Asleal ships with precision, causing confusion and disarray among the enemy ranks. The tide of the battle began to turn, but Lachlan knew this was just the beginning. As the flagship of the Asleal fleet came into view, Lachlan's resolve hardened. "This is our chance. Focus all fire on the flagship." The squadron responded in unison, their attacks relentless. The flagship erupted in a blaze of glory, signaling the retreat of the Asleal fleet. Cheers erupted over the comms as Lachlan and his team regrouped. Back in the council chamber, the delegates watched in awe. Admiral Thrax approached Lachlan as he disembarked from his ship, his stern expression softening. "You have proven your worth, human. Perhaps we were wrong about your kind." Lachlan nodded, a mix of relief and pride washing over him. "This is just the beginning. Together we can achieve much more." The first step towards changing the galaxy's perception of humans had been taken. Lachlan's journey of redemption and alliance had just begun, with the promise of greater unity and cooperation on the horizon. The echo of the alarm still rang in Lachlan's ears as he sprinted through the corridors of the Galactic Council's flagship. His squadron was hastily assembling in the hangar, their faces a mixture of anxiety and determination. The Asleal warships loomed closer on the holographic displays, a stark reminder of the imminent threat. "McAllister, over here!" called out Nyla, a keen-eyed pilot from the Sci-Fi race, her wings twitching nervously. What's the plan? Lachlan took a deep breath, his mind racing. Listen up, everyone. We'll divide into 2 wings. Nyla, you take Alpha Wing and engage their flanks. I'll lead Beta Wing straight into their core. We'll catch them off guard and disrupt their formation. Nyla nodded, her expression steely. Understood. Alpha Wing on me. The squadron's ships roared to life, engines humming with latent power. As they launched into the void of space, Lachlan's grip tightened on the controls. The vast expanse was soon filled with the Asleal fleet, their sleek, predatory vessels moving with deadly precision. Stay close, Beta Wing, Lachlan commanded, his voice calm but resolute. Remember, our strength is in our unity. The first clash was explosive. Laser fire streaked across the void, ships darting and weaving in a deadly dance. Lachlan's eyes darted across his displays, tracking enemy movements and issuing rapid commands. He could feel the tension in his squadron, the weight of the battle pressing on them. Alpha Wing, break right and hit their engines. Nyla's voice crackled over the comms, punctuated by the sound of explosions. Lachlan pushed his ship to its limits, diving through a barrage of enemy fire. Beta Wing, follow me. We're going to carve a path straight through them. As they breached the enemy lines, the Asleal flagship came into view, an imposing behemoth bristling with weaponry. Lachlan's heart pounded. This is it, team. Focus all fire on that flagship. The squadron converged, their combined firepower creating a dazzling display of destruction. The flagship's shields flared under the assault, but it held strong. Lachlan grit his teeth, pushing forward despite the odds. McAllister, we're taking heavy fire, shouted one of his wingmen, a burly Telleran named Brack. Hold your position, Brack. We're almost through, Lachlan responded, his voice unwavering. A sudden explosion rocked Lachlan's ship, alarms blaring as damage reports flooded his displays. He struggled to maintain control, his vision blurring from the impact. Stay with me, Beta Wing. We can do this. Through sheer force of will, Lachlan's squadron pressed on, their relentless assault finally breaching the flagship's shields. A critical hit sent shockwaves through the enemy vessel, fire and debris spilling into space. Alpha Wing, we've got their attention. Finish them off, Lachlan ordered, his ship barely holding together. With a final, coordinated strike, the Asleal flagship erupted in a brilliant explosion. The remaining enemy ships faltered, then began a hasty retreat. Cheers erupted over the comms as the squadron regrouped, the weight of their victory sinking in. Back on the flagship, Admiral Thrax met Lachlan with a rare smile. You did well, McAllister. Perhaps there's more to humans than we thought. Lachlan nodded, exhaustion and pride mingling in his expression. This is just the beginning, Admiral. We've shown what we can do together. The council chamber was abuzz with newfound respect for the human pilot who had led them to victory. Yet, Lachlan knew the road ahead would be fraught with challenges. The Asleal had been driven back, but they would not remain idle for long. As he walked away, Lachlan felt a sense of resolve harden within him. This was not just a battle for survival, but a fight to earn a place among the stars. And he was ready to face whatever came next. The void of space was eerily silent as Lachlan McAllister's squadron returned to the Galactic Council's flagship. The recent victory against the Asleal had bolstered their spirits, but the lingering tension was palpable. Lachlan felt the weight of their next steps pressing heavily on his shoulders. McAllister, we need to talk. Admiral Thrax's voice crackled through the calm. The stern Ketheri waited for him in the command center, his expression unreadable. Lachlan disembarked and made his way through the bustling corridors, feeling the eyes of countless species on him. When he reached the command center, Thrax motioned him over to a holographic map displaying the galaxy. We've intercepted new intelligence, Thrax began, his tone grim. The Asleal are regrouping. They're planning a counterattack, and it's coming sooner than we anticipated. Lachlan studied the map, noting the highlighted sectors. We need to hit them before they can launch their assault. If we disrupt their supply lines, we can weaken them significantly. Thrax nodded, impressed. I agree. But this mission will be more dangerous than anything we've faced. Are you up for it? Lachlan's eyes narrowed with determination. Absolutely. We can't let them gain the upper hand. The plan was set in motion quickly. Lachlan's squadron, now a symbol of hope, prepared for another daring mission. As they readied their ships, Lachlan addressed his team, the gravity of the situation clear in his voice. This is our chance to turn the tide for good, he said, meeting each pilot's gaze. We've shown what we can do together. Now we need to strike hard and fast. Stay sharp and trust each other. Nyla, standing at the front, gave a resolute nod. We're with you, McAllister. Let's show them what we're made of. The squadron launched into the void, the familiar hum of engines filling Lachlan's ears. As they approached the Asleal territory, the tension mounted. The space around them grew darker, the stars obscured by massive warships and debris from previous battles. Stay tight, everyone, Lachlan commanded. We need to get through their perimeter without being detected. Navigating through the dense field of enemy ships was nerve-wracking. Every second felt like an eternity, the threat of discovery hanging over them like a dark cloud. But Lachlan's steady leadership guided them through, his sharp instincts and tactical mind working in tandem. Just as they reached the enemy supply lines, the alarm sounded. They've spotted us. Brack's voice came over the comm, filled with urgency. Engage immediately, Lachlan ordered. Take out those supply ships. The ensuing battle was intense. Laser fire crisscrossed the void. Ships exploded in brilliant flashes of light, and the scent of burning metal filled the cockpit. Lachlan's squadron fought fiercely, their movements a testament to their training and unity. As the Asleal reinforcements closed in, Lachlan realized they were outnumbered. We need to finish this quickly, he muttered to himself. Nyla, focus your fire on the command ship. Without it, they'll be disorganized. On it, Nyla responded, her ship diving toward the command vessel. The rest of the squadron followed, their combined firepower overwhelming the Asleal defenses. The command ship erupted in a spectacular explosion, sending shockwaves through the enemy fleet. The remaining Asleal ships faltered, their formation collapsing. We did it, Brack cheered, the relief evident in his voice. Lachlan allowed himself a brief moment of satisfaction. Regroup and return to the flagship. We need to report our success. As they flew back, the reality of their achievement sank in. They had not only disrupted the enemy's plans, but also delivered a critical blow to their morale. The squadron's victory was a beacon of hope, signaling a turning point in the conflict. Back on the flagship, Admiral Thrax awaited their return. His stern expression softened as he greeted Lachlan. Well done, McAllister. Your leadership has made all the difference. Lachlan nodded, feeling the weight of responsibility shift. This is just the beginning, Admiral. We have to stay vigilant. The Admiral's eyes gleamed with a newfound respect. Agreed. Together, we'll ensure the safety of the galaxy. As Lachlan walked away, he couldn't help but feel a sense of unity and purpose. The battle was far from over, but with allies like Thrax and his squadron, he knew they could face whatever challenges lay ahead. The bridge of the Galactic Council's flagship was a flurry of activity. Lachlan McAllister stood at the center, eyes fixed on the tactical display. The Asleal were not retreating. Instead, they were regrouping for a final, desperate assault. All ships, prepare for immediate engagement, Admiral Thrax commanded, his voice echoing through the comms. This is our last stand. We must hold the line. Lachlan felt a surge of determination. We've come this far together, he said, turning to his squadron. We can't falter now. The massive viewport displayed the enemy fleet assembling, their ships blotting out the stars. The tension was electric, every second stretching into an eternity. Lachlan's heart pounded as he donned his helmet and boarded his fighter. Nyla, Brack, stay close. We need to protect our capital ships at all costs, he ordered over the comms, his voice steady despite the gravity of the situation. The squadron launched into the void, the blackness of space soon filled with the blazing lights of weapon fire. Lachlan's ship danced through the chaos, his reflexes sharp and precise. Every move was calculated, every shot intentional. Enemy bombers incoming. Brack's voice crackled over the comms, a hint of panic seeping through. Intercept them, Lachlan barked. Nyla, take the left flank. Brack, cover her. As they engaged the bombers, the battle intensified. Explosions erupted around them, the shock waves shaking Lachlan's fighter. He gritted his teeth, focusing on the task at hand. They couldn't afford any mistakes. Amidst the turmoil, Lachlan spotted the Asleal command ship, its silhouette ominous against the backdrop of stars. "That's our target," he said, a steely resolve in his voice. "All units, concentrate fire on the command ship. We need to cut off the head of the snake." The squadron converged, their coordinated assault a testament to their training and unity. Laser fire hammered the command ship, its shields flickering under the relentless barrage. Lachlan's eyes never wavered from his target. "We're breaking through," Nyla shouted, her voice filled with a mix of excitement and urgency. "Keep up the pressure," Lachlan urged, his ship weaving through the debris and enemy fire. "We're almost there." A sudden explosion rocked the command ship, its defenses crumbling. The Asleal fleet began to falter, their formation disintegrating without central coordination. Lachlan knew this was their moment. "All ships advance." Admiral Thrax's voice boomed. "Press the attack and drive them back." The combined might of the Council's fleet surged forward, overwhelming the disoriented Asleal forces. One by one, the enemy ships were destroyed or forced to retreat. The tide of the battle had turned decisively in their favor. As the last remnants of the Asleal fleet fled into the darkness, a cheer erupted across the comms. Lachlan felt a profound sense of relief and accomplishment. They had done it. They had defended their home and secured a future for their allies. Back on the flagship, Admiral Thrax greeted Lachlan with a firm handshake. "You've proven yourself time and again, McAllister. The galaxy owes you a debt of gratitude." Lachlan nodded, the weight of the past battles finally lifting. "It was a team effort, Admiral. We couldn't have done it without everyone's courage and determination." The council chamber, once filled with tension and doubt, now resonated with a sense of unity and hope. Delegates from countless species expressed their gratitude. Their respect for humanity profoundly changed. Lachlan stood before them, feeling the impact of their journey. "We faced a great threat together," he said, his voice carrying through the chamber, "and we emerged stronger for it. Let this be a new era of cooperation and peace." As he left the chamber, Lachlan felt a deep sense of purpose. The battles had tested them, but they had emerged victorious. The future was uncertain, but with allies like Thrax and his squadron, he knew they could face any challenge.